Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube chit chat. My name is Senior Zach and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, Murimi looming arrest. It is the topic that we want to discuss because this is the latest development that majority of people never saw it coming. The second one is Murimi has demanded back the dowry that he paid at Alimas. It is the story that also has taken a lot of people in the shock. You know, sometimes they even wonder when the child is involved, why the dowry would be needed back. So these are the two stories that are making the headlines and the spotlight in our deliberations today. So guys, if you're coming across this channel and this video at the very first time, kindly click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube channel notify instantly to my subscriber. May God bless you. Without your support, this channel wouldn't be at this place. So let's dive in after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our YouTube chit chat. My name is Sinazak, and let's dive in straight away lest we forget. So guys, the fight erupts between DAVYJNR and Murimi. And the information that we're having at this particular hour is that Murimi is the one who attacked DAVYJNR. And the majority of people were present. That is, Congress dad was present, Murimi's father was present, Matik was present, plus majority of people who saw it. This alone, Davy captured it on a video but never posted it. We are also being told DAVYJNR wanted to take an action, but it's because Murimi's father who really talked down DAVYJNR, so that DAVYJNR would just let it at that moment. And because of the respect that DAVYJNR had for Murimi's dad, who is always so calm, Davy had to back down. It is the story that we're being told that a lot happened behind the camera, that Murimi became so wild. We know at what background that Murimi decided to come so wild, because now there is a gap existing between Murimi and the wife. The widening future sometimes is now bleak. Murimi is suffering. Murimi is so depressed to a point that Murimi was so crying. You know? So let's get the real information. Why DAVYJNR talk about the fight. And majority of people are doubting it. Big time.
Sitaeka ile video, sitaeka. I won't put the clip, but I have the clip. He almost injured me, but it's all good, no problem. But I have a lot of respect with your dad. I'm not taking anything anyway. Even I've promised my people on camera, I won't do anything. Niambie kuhusu mbuzi. So I bought for him 3 goats, but right now only 2 goats are here. Yeah, I can see them. They are there. And they are grazing, and they are in good health. Where is the other one?
The one I sold it in Mandera. Sincerely speaking, I won't lie.
The good thing, he says the truth. That's the only thing I really love about him. He just says the truth the way it is.
Yeah, I sold it because...
And he knows me too. I like people who are saying the truth.
Yeah, because my motorcycle had got... We had an injuries. We had an accident, as you can see.
Yeah, they know.
So, yeah. So, my motorbike was not a good condition. Ukweli kabisa mara.
Na niliona ni ukweli umeiweka kitu kile che kilipasuka.
The truth of the matter, nilibadilisha oil hata I can show you.
Don't even listen to your dad. I swear before God, because your dad said, hey, just leave it the way it is. I decided to respect your dad, and I'm not taking you anywhere. I'm not taking you anywhere. Even I'm saying on camera, guys, his dad, he's a calm person. Such a good man, always working hard. But if it was not for your dad, honestly, Murimi,
okay, I know
right
that
now could be another story.
Okay, Davy,
let me just go.
You've got everything. You have got everything that you can do.
Everything?
So that you've got everything, so that you can help me, my wife, to accept what I'm requesting for.
Okay, what do you want? What do you want?
I want my wife to come back because we've got a kid. You know, don't expect that. Okay. You know, authority says that we both accept the kid.
Very true. It's true. It's true.
And if we both accept the kid, the kid
guys, the law supports Murimi has to have a kid. The kid, Halima has to have a kid. Because these are the parents.
But the mother has much power to take the kid.
Very, very true. Very true.
I know that. I was once learned. Don't see me like a stupid person.
But why try to fight with me? That's the question. Why try? Try?
Okay, me, I was not fighting you. I was telling you that,
according to the law, no one is supposed to be fought. No one.
So guys, that is the simple video that if you listen to it, you'll get the gist and the reasons why Murimi decided to attack DAVYJNR. When Murimi is being asked by DAVYJNR why you were attacking DAVYJNR, Murimi is saying that it was bad, but because DAVYJNR is the one who took his wife from the home compound. And all we know, it's a lie. Murimi beat the wife. Murimi demanded the wife so that the wife could pack and go. The wife decided to scamper to safety into the neighborhood. That is where DAVYJNR was called to go and rescue Murimi's wife, Alima, who was taken to police, report the matter, and again, the subsequent days, Alima proceeded to child department for protection. So this is the problem that Murimi has now seen the widening gap, and Murimi decided to attack DAVYJNR physically. From that video, DAVYJNR is telling us he's decided to forgive Murimi because he never want problems. He's decided to forgive Murimi because Murimi's dad also was in the mixture, who pleaded with DAVYJNR never to take any action. DAVYJNR is also telling us that Murimi has been a truthful man, that at the time when they're having issues with the road, Murimi is the only one villager who stood with them. So on that courtesy note, DAVYJNR decided never to call police on Murimi, but decided to forgive Murimi. And that's why you saw them deliberate on the reasons why DAVYJNR was attacked. And that's why we saw Murimi, who is crying, who is full with emotional verbiage, that wants to pounce at DAVYJNR at any will. This is the reasons. One, Murimi is saying DAVYJNR is the main reasons why the marriage is broken. And now is blaming DAVYJNR for taking away Halima. Murimi is pleading with DAVYJNR, if it is fine, if he could be taken to see the wife. Under all that is happening, it all depends with Halima. If Halima wants to come back or want to be seen, DAVYJNR cannot decide. So these are the factors that were also making Murimi so mad. Another one, Murimi is telling us he wanted to talk to Congress dad, but there was no time. And he's telling us DAVYJNR prevented. No, DAVYJNR reasoning is the issue was between Halima and this guy. Now the third party, who is the dad, will never be involved. So these are the things that really is making Murimi so hungry, and Murimi decided to attack DAVYJNR on that note going forward. So my main reasoning over here is this thing has taken a center stage, that now DAVYJNR safety is not guaranteed, and DAVYJNR must also reconsider on what to do going forward, or to stay away from Murimi, because that's how I see it. So ladies and gentlemen, it never stopped from there. But what followed next was at a great kind of a call and a shock, because DAVYJNR received a call. And this call was from none other than the Child Department Authority, the Child Protection Department. Called DAVYJNR to confirm whether Murimi has surrendered the child to Halima or not. Let's listen and grasp the conversation how it all went down, because this one was so grievous and this one is a so weighty matter that arresting Murimi itself could be an option.
Yeah.
This is DAVYJNR. He's on the call.
Sasa.
He's through
There is no progress because mtoto amekatalia huko. Sasa mimi sijui kitu ya kufanya.
He's moving to confirm what is taking place.
Leta ziko huko kila kitu. Wewe tuma maskari, wao wapigie waambie waende wachukue mtoto.
Yeah.
Ani corporal anaitwa Kirwa. Alafu nipe feedback. Asante. Okay guys, updates for Halima, because the call I just received right now is from the children's home department directly. So actually she's a mother who she's so concerned about Halima, and maybe I know the reason why you just clicked on the video so that you can get to understand how Halima she's faring on. I never script my videos, I never do anything. I never told her, hey, call me at these times that I'm recording a video so that I can share with people. It's just unfolded the way it is, okay? So guys, the call that I just received right now is directly from the children's department. They are very, very concerned about Halima. As you all, you are so concerned. Matiko unasikia kitu inasema?
Nasikia.
Simu nime-receive saa hii.
Children's home?
Not here, children's home. Children's department.
Yeah.
Hii imetoka kutoka kwa serikali. Simu yenye nimetokea saa hii. You know? Kwa sababu Halima lazima apewe mtoto kulingana na sheria. Okay guys, let me translate. So the call that I just received here is from the children's department, and she's a mother who I was speaking to her. She's very, very concerned. She you know, she's elderly enough to get to feel Halima what the problems that she has been going through. So she asked me, what's the progress so far? I just told her, hey, for me I'm just in a dilemma. So I just told her, hey, just call the police officer in Nyabohansi, the corporal, that he can explain more. Because guys, me, I'm helping from a distance. Some people, they feel like, hey, Davy, I'm trying to...
So that is the call in a nutshell. And from the looks of the thing, as things went yesterday, and as of today, when DAVYJNR was called, that is the confirmation of the status on with Murimi, because Murimi has decided never to release the child. The letters were served to Murimi plus the police, the corporal, the local authorities, that Murimi must release a child to Halima. And this is the reasons why you see Murimi is so protective and Murimi is so violent. And yesterday when we talked, I told you the reasons as to why Murimi doesn't want to release a child. One, because Murimi is using the child to manipulate Davy's emotions or people's emotions so that he can get a support. Murimi is also baiting with the life of the child because he feels when he's having a child, this is when Halima can decide to come back in his life. And again, a lot of things that is happening, Murimi is also using the status of the child to stamp authority so that the child department could call them on board so that they could negotiate. You know, he wants to see Halima. So he's finding the only one thing to cling on, which is making a lot of jitters and authority. As we know, even yesterday I told you about the law. The law states, however much both of them are the biological parents and they have all the rights to see the child, but because of gender-based violence and the child is not yet 18 years, so the life of a minor is dependent on the lives of the mother until such a time when a minor shall have attained the majority of age, that's 18 years, is when the child will decide where to go. But at the moment, the child must belong to the mother. The mother has got a breast and a breast milk to feed the young child. Murimi's status as we speak now, the status itself has jeopardized. Murimi is a drunkard. Murimi is so irresponsible. Murimi cannot even take anything. And as we speak, Murimi has even went ahead and sold one of the goat that he was given. Simply means somebody also was making a joke. It only remains a time when the Murimi will lack capital. And after Murimi shall have sold everything in the house, the child will remain and will suffer. and that child will be sold for some kind of pennies. That's how sometimes grotesquely things might sound so naughty, but it's the truth. So the child life must be. And now as we speak, Murimi could be arrested, and that's why the police must enforce that letter. The police must go with Halima and DAVYJNR and the chief to Murimi's to rescue the child so the child could be given. But Murimi also is giving an ultimatum, and this ultimatum is, I must be compensated the dowry that I paid when you're marrying Halima. Well, the issue of dowry itself, the child is involved. And the reasons why the separation, because Murimi was beating Halima. Halima has not decided to move out of the marriage just because for the sake of it. Therefore, it will be a little bit tricky because the child also is involved. If you want to be compensated for a cow, what is the compensation of Halima by the time Halima was a housewife cooking for you and you have a child with him? So it might be a little bit tricky. And again, as we're speaking about the marriages itself, this marriage itself is not legally anywhere because it lacks the requisite documentation within the key government, because a marriage must be registered. Therefore, you must have a certificate. This marriage is only legal to the extent that it's being recognized by the tradition, and the tradition itself and the culture itself is embedded in our Kenyan constitution. But the requisite material or documentation to make it so legally is lacking. It's lacking. Therefore, it's being considered concubines. Culturally, Murimi duly married. Legally, that marriage is never recognized anywhere because they never registered it. Are we together? So it is a little bit tricky. So the issue of dowry payment will take the leaders from both the couples to sit down and mediate on how the compensation shall be done going forward. And remember, when the compensation is done, therefore there shall be nothing that binding them together. When the Murimi decided to die now, the lady will not come back to bury Murimi. When Halima decided to die now, Murimi will not claim the body to come and bury because they shall have separated long time ago. And this is the status of the thing that I'm telling them today. The issues that Murimi is saying that is crying for forgiveness has now left the hands of DAVYJNR. It's now Halima to decide, because Halima had even spoken that he wants a divorce. Halima as vowed is no longer going back to stay with Murimi. Murimi is crying big time. And as we speak today, the only thing that I can tell you and arrest DAVYJNR, once the police is already involved, now you stay far. The best thing is, like, you can help us at a distance. Going to Murimi's compound is what now you should cut off, because you don't know what Murimi is planning. Because if Murimi could attack you behind the camera, therefore what next? There might be some heinous action that Murimi is planning to unleash onto you. So guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is your boy Senior Zach.